Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see you
Yes.
again
Me
from
too.
some podcast.
Yes.
When was the last time we met?
Wow.
That
what's
was
that?
about 6 months. Was 6 months
Last
ago?
year, end of 2025.
End of
Yes.
2025.
think
So
somewhere around there. Yes.
almost
More than
close to
6 months.
More than 6 months. Yeah.
Can you believe
Yeah.
that we're already in June?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. We
Yeah.
barely entered 2026 and we
Mhm.
hit June.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
It's true.
I'm so grateful.
It's the way the time goes. What I know is that if you live in the United States and then don't plan, and you think you have to wait and wait and wait, at the end of the day, you might end up with nothing during your retirement. So I'm so glad you are here again to let us know exactly what we can do to help, or some people can do to help themselves. So what did you do since last time?
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
It's been busy. I've been busy, helping families. I've been busy traveling. I've had the pleasure of going to actually South Korea last year.
Wow.
On a business trip, yes, with my amazing company. And also we've had weddings, we've had amazing times. So I am super, super grateful, and being here and still wanting to, continue to really help families.
To help families,
Yes.
okay.
It's been going on.
Yeah,
How about
wow,
you?
that's good. I mean, since we met, I traveled. I went back to Africa, and I went to Africa for some few months. I think about 2.5 months or 3 months.
That's
and
awesome.
then came back.
That's time freedom.
Yeah,
Yes.
just to refresh my mind and all sort of things. So, do you have anything new for us? I think you have so many information. So many information.
You can always trust me to come back and keep giving you all the juices, let it keep flowing. So, James, today I have 4 powerful key information. I want to box into 4 key information, okay? And I want to speak directly to first generation immigrants who are typically high income earners. They earn well, but they've not mastered. They've done really, really well. Let me give the praise to the earning well. They have done what our parents said we should do, is go to school, get your degree, get the qualification, nail the job, right? Earn good money.
Yeah.
They have learned that, and they earn very well, right?
Yeah.
And they spend very well at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So, are we missing anything?
Oh, I mean, there is a big thing, because we are missing how to manage our money, though.
Oh, and how to keep it.
How to keep it.
Because we earn it.
Yeah, I mean, if you manage it, then you can keep it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely. So if you spending more than you earn, I think we have a problem.
Yeah.
We have a gap. So I came up, there are 4 key gaps that I wanted to talk about today. And I think, it's really vital that we don't just hear it, that we take action. And we're not just taking action for ourselves, because this group of people I'm talking to are highly responsible.
Oh, yeah.
Families, we take your families here, they still take your families back home. I think, even this generation that I'm talking about, typically are the first to really do a lot of groundwork in knowing how to earn money in the United States, Canada, really know how to earn the high income, build really solid businesses. So I want to give accolades to that, but I don't want them to miss the blueprint, the second part of how to keep that money and to be able to transfer it successfully, efficiently to the next generation. Okay. So that's the overview of. So when I tell you about my 4 key pillars, gaps, you will understand why. They are very important.
Okay.
Should I go ahead?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So the very first,
because I want to know more. I'm learning.
I always enjoy, coming
Yeah,
here
yeah.
and just shedding and we give each other. We gift. It's a gift, and I absolutely appreciate it. So the very first gap is the mindset gap.
Okay.
Okay.
Mindset.
All right.
Okay.
So I will test you on that later, because now I will deep dive into each of these pillars, but I want to give you all the four. So the first mindset gap is really where we're coming from. We have the old mindset. Now we're in a new place. We need a new mindset. We need to unlearn to relearn.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the hint to that topic. So the next, number 2, is the diversification.
How to diversify. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Diversification. Okay, that's the next gap. And then I am going to talk about tax gap. That's the next one. There's a tax gap. I don't even need to say more than tax, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. The last but not the least is the protection gap.
Protection. Okay.
Absolutely. So these are the 4 pillars that we're going to be crisply talking about to educate, and not just to educate, because out there's so many information. You have so much flying to you. But I will urge my, Frimson's audience to really take action.
Okay.
Don't just listen to this information.
Yeah.
It makes or breaks. If you're not doing it already, you need to be doing it.
You need to start doing it right now. Okay.
Let me ask you, and how do you know what to do? That's a key question for me, because if I have some ailments happening to me, I'm getting symptoms in my body, and I want to troubleshoot my body, how do I do it? I am not a trained doctor, am I?
Yeah. You have to go to hospital, or you have to see your doctor. Absolutely.
If you're having negative symptoms or different symptoms about your money, what do you have to do about it?
You have to see financial planner.
You need to see a professional.
A
financial professional. So you need to see somebody like me. I am licensed financial professional, and that's what we do. Sit down with families, you break it down. You're guided. For example, the companies I work with, they are A-rated companies and have the best interest of you at heart to ensure that you're getting the right solutions for the problems that you've identified. So it's a key end-to-end action-taking information session. Okay?
Okay.
So you ready to dive in?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So are we going to start with mindset?
You are spot on. Let's start with mindset. So,
okay.
All right. What do you think? So when I think about mindset,
okay,
I think about what shapes us. Okay. And I'm sure we all have stories. I'm going to poke you on a story. So we come from back home, it could be Africa, it could be Asia, it could be, the Caribbeans. It could be anywhere we're settling from.
Yeah,
all over
country. Yeah.
We're all over, right? And we come in, we have some great values back where we're coming from. But when we land in the United States, there's some things that we need to relearn. Unlearn to relearn. Okay? So, for example, if I ask you, what is your money story that you learned back home growing up? How did you see your parents, the first sight of money? How did they treat money?
See, oh wow, this is, let me remember. When I was a kid, to be honest, my dad had, he was a big cocoa farmer. He had money. But at the end of the year, a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Those who parents were farmers, cocoa farmers. The end of the year, we were
my grandfather was
your grandfather.
So I understand the story. Yes.
Yeah, we will just harvest the cocoa and then instead of keeping the money in the bank, we go and bring all the money in a big sacks and then keep it at home. They don't. I remember he didn't believe in saving his money in any bank, you know, and then that mindset has, you know, I mean, it has influenced a lot of people's life. Or even if you go back home, some of my siblings, you know, those who have money, some of them now, they don't keep it at home, they save, but some of them too still believe in this concept, you know. So if you ask me that, that is something, that is the mindset that I believe is hurting a lot of people who have traveled here.
Okay.
Over there is different.
Absolutely.
You know, but here it doesn't work.
Absolutely. So thank you for that story. And the reason why I wanted a story so that we can poke holes in why that will not work over here. You know, obviously the story is very rudimentary. Somebody will be saying, well, at least my parents put in a bank. But let me tell you, it's the same. You put it under your mattress, or you put it in a just savings deposit account that you can see with barely any interest going onto it.
Even I'm not saying, sorry to interrupt you, sorry. Here, if you put the money, let's say you make thousands of dollars every month, you put it in a bank, it's just, and then the money is not, you know, making some kind of, or it's not, say, what should I say? You are not making money out of it. Let's say you put the money there, it's not generating any income or whatever it is.
Right. So
it's just like you have the money under mattress.
That's
because some financial institution is using it without giving you anything.
There you go.
I remember some time ago I kept almost about $150,000 in a bank for almost a year, and then I made, I think, I don't remember how much was it. Was it 350?
Something like that. Because you probably will make something that little, but can you imagine how much money they made out of you? Oh. So I see you're alluding to quite a lot of, you know, solid points that I want to bring up. So we are missing, we want to see that money in front of us, right? So a lot of activities that we do is I want to see that money in front of us. And by doing that, we're hurting ourselves for our future. Because some of that money, you might not need it right away. You need to determine how to structure your finances. Remember the last time I came, I talked about 70, 10, 10, 10. Which is the different buckets you put your money into. So you need to sit with a professional to really understand what kind of buckets do I need? How do I need to, you know, put my income that's coming in into key categories so I know where they sit. So before we go into how it works here, I wanted to poke holes in how it didn't work over there. I mean, how it did work over there and it will not work over here. If you look at your money in your bank account, for example, you put in a simple savings account, right? Usually they give you like 1%, 0 point something sometimes.
0 point something. The highest is 1%.
Oh, let's say you now want to be, you think you're super duper, you do a CD, right? Okay. Or you do, some people say, I have it in CD and I have it in, they give me, oh, I have it in Morgan Stanley, or, you know, Goldman Sachs CD. It's still a CD, okay? If you have in Goldman Sachs, fantastic high interest yield interest savings account, it's still a high yield interest savings account. It doesn't matter what bank it is, okay? It's still a bank savings. I am not saying don't use that vehicle, but understand why you're using it. So that the reason why it wouldn't work long term is because you're missing out on a key component called compound interest. That's something that we never trusted our system back home, no disrespect intended, but to be able to keep our money long enough to compound for us and keep paying us back. So we now come back, we come to this America, we come here, And what do? We now put our money in a bank account, right? And when we put in a bank account, they give us low rate of return, right? Interest rates, like you said, 150K, you get 350. I mean, do you think that money was working?
No.
Let me even poke more holes.
Yeah.
You actually lost money.
I lost money.
Do you know why? Because by the time you wrote your taxes, you've lost money.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, inflation even ate up some 3%.
Yeah.
You've lost even all of the money that they gave you. So your buying power from 150 from beginning of the year is actually drawn down at the end of the year. So the way that mindset, but yet most of our people put their money in bank accounts just because they want to look at it, right? Is this, let me feel good that I have that cash. But let me tell you something else. The bank that you gave it to will use that same money and create some real asset class that will give them real returns and help them. And then they give you something. Maybe you bought, I don't know, maybe your groceries for that week or something, and that money was gone. I mean, by the time I do the taxes, it's gone.
I don't know how I use that money, to be honest.
So that's the whole I wanted to poke into, what we that mindset. We might be joking about it, but this is serious. This is serious matter that our people continue to do the same. So here is it. You need to uncheck some mindset. You need to, when you come to America, you need to make some, different concerted changes, right? So putting that money under the mattress doesn't work. We all know that.
Yeah.
Then we think putting in a bank in a just non-performing account is tantamount to mattress, in my own opinion. So we need to unlearn to now relearn. So you need to sit down and be able to understand how your money should be structured and work. You need to understand something called wealth formula. And I would not try and resolve my health issues by myself. I will go to a doctor. So why don't you go to a financial professional to help you and sit down with you and understand those money buckets? It doesn't matter if you're making $1 million a year or you're making thousands a year. If you're making money, it's not how much you make that matters as much as how much you can keep.
And then how you manage it.
Absolutely. How those buckets that we talked about, they are very, very key. So those buckets are just when you refuse to think about some financial products that can enhance you. I love real estate, right? So we're going to talk about that. I'm not going to dive into that yet. But what I'm going to say is there's so many financial products that can be trusted because they've been around for, stress tested, and they've performed over and over and over. You need to make sure you have the accounts that are working for you. You need to be able to understand what a wealth formula is. And a wealth formula, I don't know, do you know what a wealth formula is? It's very simple, but yet
I don't know.
I don't know.
To be honest, I'm not going to lie to you.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
Because if you wanted to heal yourself, are you a doctor? Thank you.
Yeah.
So what is a wealth formula? A wealth formula, you need money, which a lot of you have, right? You need the rate of return, and a rate of return is plus or minus, and I say plus or minus because you can be using that rate of return in debt or in growing your money. Okay. You need it's going to be plus or minus tax. Sorry.
Plus or minus tax.
Sorry. Can we reverse that? I hope you caught that. We need wealth formula is money plus or minus rate of return minus tax minus inflation. Those last two, they are silent killers. They come in. Tax is a noisy killer and inflation is a silent killer.
Yeah.
So we have those factors. Once you have time to now multiply all of them, you now have the perfect formula for money, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the time that's going to use that rate of return to multiply your money, and then it's going to deduct the tax that you need to pay, and it's going to take out inflation. So once you understand how that wheels work in the law of wealth, you are in business. But then I'm saying it very simply, but it means a whole lot of things.
A whole lot of things.
Yes.
Wow.
So just to really round this up, again, we avoid those financial products. We don't think they're trustworthy, yet there's proof that they're trustworthy, but we refuse to look at it. And then we refuse to think about death because we think it's a taboo. So let's talk about it. So we don't do any estate planning. And we never set up a trust because we just don't want to think about death. Because if we think about death, then we think it might happen. So again, we don't leave things safely in the hands of our children when we pass on eventually, because that's number one guaranteed. It's going to happen to every single one that comes to this world. So you have to make plans for it. So once you have children, you need to make that plan. And so we have to hold two things at once. We need to hold deep gratitude and respect for what our parents gave us, and the willingness to update the operating system for the country that we're now in. That's my message for the first pillar, which
that is the mindset.
Mindset
right?
gap.
Wow, that is really juicy. It's a really good information.
Thank you.
We need to change our mind. We need to make sure that the mindset, as you said, the mindset we had back home doesn't work here. It's so sad someone will work all their life here, and still don't have money. And then I know a lot of people who are like that. They've worked. It's not that they are lazy.
Nope.
They work really hard. They put in the overtime. I mean, if you're watching this program, I do believe you know what I'm talking about. They work really hard. They put in overtime. But at the end of the day, even if they don't work within 2 months, they can pay their bills.
Oh, you're running fast.
Yeah. So I'm so glad. Yeah. So I'm so glad you're here, to, advising us to change our mind.
Thank you.
The mindset is very, very.
It's the number one to change. Before we can dive into anything, we need to know that we need a mindset reset first, and then we dive in deeper into the other pillars, and then we see how we can wrap them up together and see how that can really, really change us moving forward.
Okay, folks. This is Crimson Podcast. We will come back.